Okay, next color. It's a little darker shade of what we have already mixed. I'm laying it out there. I'll put some base of flesh tint. I'm going to go to burnt sienna, cadmium red, and burnt umber all at one time there. I just sort of pick it up. Even though I pick it up all at one time, you want to be careful. You don't want to get your colors up here on your main palette. You don't want to get them too messed up. So try and keep them as clean as possible. Okay, this is much too red, so I'm going to throw in some burnt umber and some Viridian. Pretty close. Pretty good. Looking good. A little more Viridian. It's a little too dark, so I'm going to throw in a little bit more flesh tone. Lighten it up a little bit. Make it a little bit more opaque. Alright, not bad. Looking good. Okay, next one. This is sort of a pinky color. It's not, it's only there as sort of a pink value. Pretty simple. I'm going to use some flesh tone, little cad red, maybe a little permanent rose. We're talking just little bits. These colors are very, very potent, very powerful. You don't need much. Alright, that's, I'm going to put a little white. You notice that my Naples yellow here is one of the base colors. I put it on my palette every day. But you know what? I don't use it very often. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why I put it on my palette every day. But it's sort of good just to have there just in case. Okay. I'm just reddening this up. I'm going to the permanent rose. It looks a little pinky, a little too pinky, so I'm going to darken it up just a little bit with some more cad red. And I may throw in some Viridian at this point. Yeah, the Viridian, that's what it needed. It cooled it off a little bit. You don't want these things too bright. I want it a little redder. Alright, now we got it. Now we're there. We're home. Okay, good. Next color is, this is sort of the hues that I'm mixing here are hues that I see generally in my face. And this is a similar color as the ones that we mix here, a similar base, but it's got a little bit more ochre in it. It's a little more on the yellower side. I won't use it very much, but I will use it. Okay, I put a little white, a little flesh. Now, Naples yellow, here we go. A little Naples yellow and a little raw umber. We use a lot of raw umber actually, because it's sort of the base of this thing. So I use quite a bit of it there. And it's still not even close, but it's not the raw umber that we're missing some other color. So I'm going to darken it up. I'm going to go to some burnt umber, see what that does to it. Yeah, it's taking it there a little bit more. It's getting there, but it needs a little something, a little red and a little bit more umber. Yeah, now we're getting it. Okay, it's a little dark. Naples yellow. A little white. It's a little bit dark. I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. Little white, little Naples yellow. Okay, that's pretty close. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, I'm going to throw a little more flesh tint on my palette here. I use a lot of flesh tint. It's probably my number one base for my skin tones as far as the colors to mix into other colors. Okay, now I got some base body paint there. I need a dark. For my darks in this situation, I use black, lamp black, and cadmium red. The reason I add the cadmium red is I want it to be warm. You know, all the great portrait painters use red as their some sort of red base, whether it be Indian red or Mars violet or something. Red is the color that really warms up your deep shadows, your lines, like in your lips and your nostrils and inside your eyes and your eyelids. If you go to the blue side, it starts to get, it's not so pretty, you know. Anyway, okay, that's it. That's all you need for that. Remember, keep your darks on the red side, unless, of course, they're obviously something else. But in this generalized state of this painting, that's the color you need. Okay, now here's a light. Gonna need a light. Now this is sort of an off yellow kind of a light. Sometimes depending on the lights that you're using and the highlights are generally either on the red side, the yellow side, or the blue side. So pay attention to what you're looking at. For mine, under this particular light, it's sort of whitey, pinky. That's scientific terminology, by the way. Whitey pinky I like a lot for my face. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I took some white, just a basic white, a little flesh tone, a little dab of Naples, a little dab of raw sienna, just to yellow it up a little bit. And, you know, this color is important, but it's not all that important right at this stage. It'll be important when I'm really doing the final business here, but right now, that'll do. Okay, now I want a blue. I want a blue and I want a green. I always mix up a blue and a green value because skin tones have blues in them and they have greens in them. So I keep a mixed blue and a mixed green. And by blue, I'm saying take a little ultramarine with a dab of green in it, Viridian, and that'll do. That'll do. Now green, I still got this messy paint easel, but I mean this what do you call it? Palette knife, but doesn't matter because I'm still using the same colors. You always want to clean your palette knife in between every mix you make, just to keep your colors pure, keep your colors clean. Okay, I threw in some Viridian, and I had the blue that was remaining on my palette knife. We have a green. There's no specific green that has to be used right at this stage, just a green. But a green that I want to keep on the yellow side. So I'll mix in some raw sienna with this raw umber. Sorry, raw umber. I'll mix it, and that's okay.